Steve just wanted to know if I could explain why they called me Skeeter. Because until I left this place, no one knew who Roy Allen was, including my mother. But that changed. I would first like to say that it's truly an honor to be here tonight, to be a part of this celebration of Coach Maurer. You have no idea how much that means to me. I met him when he was first a 29-year-old feisty, go-get-'em, kick the shit out of you kind of a guy, right? And if you didn't do it right, he'd show you how to do it. I didn't understand that all in those days, but I learned to understand it as I walked through my own life. In the 1950s era, Bill Edwards came to Wittenberg as athletic director and football coach. His task was to return Wittenberg to its winning tradition in athletics, and his success speaks for itself. One of the first young coaches that he hired was a competitive, caring, and dedicated young man by the name of Dave Maurer. His legacy and success speaks for itself as well. Coach, I got to stay with this script because if I get off on the side, I'll start laughing and so will you. Besides organizing Dave Maurer Day, the committee to honor Dave has worked very hard to develop a permanent way of honoring Coach Maurer. And after much discussion with key input from Coach Maurer and his family, the committee decided to establish the Dave Maurer Honorary Endowed Scholarship. This will be an endowed scholarship, which means that it will live on permanently throughout the life of the university, carrying Dave's name and rewarding students who live up to the values that Coach Maurer instilled in the athletes that he touched. And you've heard some of the other fellows say tonight how he impacted their lives. And believe me, it was so true in many, many different ways. The language of the scholarship has been designed to meet the wishes of those who want to honor Coach Maurer and to ensure that Wittenberg is complying with the NCAA Division III regulations. And yes, by God, we got to do that, which are very strict in forbidding any association between scholarship and varsity sports. Thus, the scholarship has been established as follows. The Dave Maurer Honorary Scholarship will be awarded to a sophomore, junior, or senior male student with financial need who has demonstrated qualities such as self-discipline, pride in accomplishment, competitive spirit, and the ability to deal with adversity. As I think we all know, in the coaching profession and the coaching world, they live with adversity virtually every week. This is a tuition scholarship which may be renewal on an annual basis or may be rotated per the committee's discretion. A committee of 3 people would be involved in the review and selection of the scholarship recipient. And that committee will consist of a member of the Maurer family, a Wittenberg alum selected by the Maurer family, and a Wittenberg alum appointed by the Advancement Office. In 2008, the committee consists of Tracy Maurer, Steve Dunkowski, and Jack Hinkle. And at this time, I would like to ask Tracy if she would to come up here and join me. Steve and Steve on stage. As you will hear tonight, the committee is in the process of raising the funds to endow this program. However, there was such enthusiasm for this project getting started that I am pleased to thank Jack Hinkle from the class of 1962, who has funded the award for this year, and Ron and Karen Duncan from the class of 1966 and 1967 have funded the award for next year. This means that the scholarship can be working for students while the principal is being raised and is generating dollars for future awards. And Steve's going to talk about that later. With Jack Hinkle's support, I am pleased to announce that the Dave Maurer Honorary Scholarship has been awarded for this academic year to an outstanding young man who is Brad McKinley. He was number 21 today, and I watched to see just how good he was. Okay. When he gets up here, you'll see he's not as tall as I am, but there were some guys on the field today that knew he was in town. Brad is a sophomore and an early childhood education major who plans to focus his career on intervention with high-risk youth. He embodies all of the qualities that are reflective of Coach Maurer. Hard work, teamwork, self-discipline, and self-confidence. And yes, Davey did have self-confidence. He juggles a demanding academic schedule along with his participation on the varsity football team as well as the varsity track and field teams. We are pleased that this award will provide some financial relief to Brad from some of his student loans. Brad is here with his family tonight. I would like to ask him to come forward to receive this honor. Okay? Okay. I would like to ask that Brad's mother and his family who are here tonight, if you would please stand and be acknowledged by this group. Brad? Brad, we are so pleased to present you with this $5,000 scholarship in honor of Coach Dave Maurer, who I'm sure you've heard about before and heard a lot more about tonight. And we're just tickled to death to be able to give this award to you.